The Austin City Council unanimously approved Brian Manley as its police chief, and he will hold his swearing-in ceremony this Friday at his alma mater, which is Eastside Memorial High School.
And Manley is Austin's first homegrown chief in 4 decades, and now that the job is his, the interim tag comes off, and we're bringing him in this morning to discuss that. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Good morning, Johnny.
So, I think the last time we had you in here, this was during the bombing spree. You sat there in that chair, and it was a much different circumstance than we're in now. But now you've finally been named the permanent chief. How did all of that experience, not just the bombing, but all your experience as the interim, set you up for the job that you're now about to take on? And is this job any different than what you were doing?
You know, what I expect as we move forward will be similar to how things operated during the interim period. I was fortunate that when I was asked to be the interim chief, then interim city manager Lane Hart really gave me free rein to run the police department, because you can't have a police department just sitting idle waiting. And so there's not a lot that I sat back and waited to do. However, being the permanent chief now, it allows me really to put my vision forward for the department and really maybe move some things with people knowing that I will be there permanently, and that this may not just be a short-term change.
You did such a really good job during the Austin bombings, and a lot of people shortly after that were calling for you to become the permanent police chief, but it's taken, I mean, here we are in June. Did you ever sit and think, why is this taking so long?
You know, I was having open and honest conversations with our new city manager, Spencer Cronk, throughout that process, and I understood what he was trying to do, and that was learn the city as he was new to our city, understand the complexities that have occurred within Austin, but really give the community time to weigh in on the selection of a police chief. And so he put forth a process that allowed the community to weigh in through town hall meetings as well as interview panels that I went through, and he and I were having conversations throughout that time. So I did understand what we were working on accomplishing.
There has been a lot of talk over years about the issues with the DNA lab at APD. I know there's a lawsuit that you can't comment a lot on, but what did you learn during your time as the interim chief, and now that you're going to be the permanent chief, that can move forward? Where do we go from here with the DNA lab? Do we open a new one? Do we start contracting it out? What do you think is the best course of action?
You know, that was the first major issue that I had to confront as the interim police chief. Within my first week or 2 on the job, I had to make the decision to shut down the lab based on the findings of the Texas Forensic Science Commission. And, you know, one of the frustrating parts of all that was we had, I believe it was 17 audits on that lab at that point, and none of them had uncovered the issues that came up in that last audit. So I think that's a learning moment there, that you always have to make sure that you don't only rely on those outside audits or the internal ones that you do, but that you have a constant quality assessment program in place. We're fortunate now that we've hired a true expert, Dr. Dana Cadavy, to run our lab, and she's got years of experience in the private sector, and so we've got the right person leading our efforts right now, and I'm sure that we've got protocols in place to make sure that we're operating, you know, following the best scientific principles. Going forward, we've got a work group that's addressing the issues that occurred in the lab, and the work group consists of the district attorney, the county attorney, the police department, we've got the defense bar, and we've got many others, and they meet regularly, again, trying to identify what happened in the lab, and then more importantly, what does the future of the lab look like? Right now it's operational within APD's facility, but it's under the leadership and direction of the Texas Department of Public Safety. That may be the model going forward. It may return to APD's leadership, or there may be some other structure that's identified through that process.
Which would you like to see happen?
You know, I want to see the report that comes from the work group that's been hired to do a review. I just want to ensure that whatever structure we fall under meets the needs of this community and has the oversight that's necessary to ensure we don't find ourselves in the position that we were in, you know, 2 years ago.
And so that's the future of the lab, but you are the homegrown Austin police officer from top to bottom. What do you want to see going forward now in the department overall and specifically?
So, you know, I mentioned earlier that one of the things about being the permanent chief versus the interim chief is that I've really been able to put my vision forward for the department. You know, and that vision includes that we're going to be trusted and respected by all of Austin, because we are such a diverse community, and there's so much work that needs to be done to maintain those relationships with all of Austin. You know, I talked during my town hall meetings and during my interview panels as well about Austin being the 5th safest major city in the country. but depending upon where you are in Austin, you may not feel like you're in the 5th safest major city. So there's work that we have to do to build those relationships and to ensure that we're keeping all of Austin safe. And we can only do that with strong partnerships with those groups. So we're going to continue to build community partnerships and therefore have trust so that we're seen as legitimate.
I have to ask, you can't let you go, because we know that the contract negotiations between the police officers and the city have now been protracted. Yeah. Where do you fit in all of this? Because you know, I don't know, are you still a member of union as the police chief? And how do you work between managing these officers and also working with the city, which is the one that has to negotiate the contract? Where do you fall on that?
Sure. So the way I assigned 2 assistant chiefs to actually sit on the negotiating team for the city and to represent the city's interests when we're at the table negotiating a contract. But as the police chief, what you want to see is you want to see a fair contract negotiated by both sides, one that respects and honors and compensates the officers for the work that they do, but that also reflects the values of this community and that has the appropriate level of oversight that is trusted by the community, again, so that we can be seen as legitimate and procedurally just. So what I want is just a negotiation that yields a contract that really reflects the values of the community and that provides the officers with the appropriate benefits.
Okay. Chief Brian Manley, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. And the swearing-in ceremony is this Friday in the afternoon. It's being held at the high school of Chief Manley, his alma mater. Back then it was Johnson High School. Today it is Eastside Memorial High School. And here's